All right, good evening, guys. Welcome to the marketplace with Uchonochil this evening. I hope you guys had a blessed day. And can you imagine, this is just the last week of January. How time flies, So all those New Year resolutions, as most people have failed. Most people have failed to keep it, but this year, it's my intention that we do more than resolution, that we take action per time, per task, per project, take action, and before you know it, it's better you tackle one thing per time, so that by December this year, you'll be surprised how much you can accomplish. So today we're talking about opportunities. I don't want you to miss any opportunity this year at all. I don't want you to miss any opportunity this year. So that's why I'm bringing up, I think last week we talked about focus. This week we're talking about why we miss out on opportunities. I don't want you to miss out on any opportunity today. So just stay with me this evening. I'm going to take you, bring some points, some nuggets, point you in the right direction. But above all, let you know why we fail, why we miss out on opportunities. So we'll be conscious of it, we'll be mindful of it. So when the time comes, we'll be able to scale. Just like they say in our local parlance, you jump and pass. So this year you're going to jump and pass. This year you're going to move on, because the things that affliction shall not return a second time. We will not be able to go back to the things that we used to do where we failed. This year we are focused. We talked about focus. Now we're talking about opportunities. So let me just go in and give us a brief overview about opportunities. What are opportunities really? Opportunities are crucial stepping stone to the next levels in our lives, in our business, in our career, in our lives generally, where you are. Opportunities, what happens is that opportunities come to move you from one step to the other. Opportunity comes to make you climb that ladder in life. Whatever your expectations are, is going to come. If you want to be promoted, don't think that one day your boss is going to remember you and say, no, let's promote this guy. It doesn't work like that. There's an opportunity for you to perform so that management will see that you are capable. So if you are the kind of person that dodge jobs, that dodge hard jobs, difficult tasks, difficult clients, and you say, look, like we also say here in our local parlance, I cannot come and kill myself for this job that I am not even paid what I expect them to pay me. So when you say that and have that kind of mindset, what happens is that you will run from opportunities. And those opportunities are really the opportunities that come to elevate you. Opportunities, difficult tasks, difficult things, difficult circumstances, most of the time they come to elevate you. So there's opportunity in every crisis. There's opportunity in every challenge you will see. There's opportunity in every assignment. So this year we're going to run towards assignment. We're going to run towards difficult things. And we don't expect trouble, but when trouble comes, we are not also going to run away. We're going to face it so that we can grow this year. So opportunities is that stepping stone that helps us in life. Okay, and we should also focus on keeping our eyes out for opportunities. And look, when those opportunities come, make the best make the best out of it. Make the best out of them. See, when they give you opportunity to speak in a conference, or maybe even in the office, a meeting in the office, kill it. If you're a speaker, motivational speaker, you have opportunity, kill it. If they tell you to talk for for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Prepare yourself in such a way that you kill it there. If you're a preacher, pastor, when you have that opportunity to preach in somebody else's pulpit, especially people that matter, kill it there. When opportunity comes, please go for it with everything that you have. Because this year you're going to see that opportunity, because you're not going to run from it. I remember there was a conference they used to invite me to, and they come up with some kind of topics that I wasn't very comfortable about those topics, and it was because I did not develop myself, or I did, but I didn't really, what you don't give your time to, you don't grow in it. So I didn't really put in much energy in that particular area, and it has to do with now one of the core 5 areas here, and that is career development. And I didn't really want to go into career development. I've always been known as a business leadership and a life coach, so I didn't want to go into career at first, but when I did, you'll be surprised. I started enjoying it, and people were asking me a lot of questions. So when I got opportunities to speak in that particular topic, I didn't really go for a couple of years until I realized that this was opportunity that was missed. Every time I go and speak about career, people will always say a business and leadership coach. So from going to speak about career, I'm getting contacts for people that need a business and leadership coach. I remember the first time someone asked me, but you're a business and leadership coach, why are you teaching on career? I said, I have had a career of 15 years, don't forget that. I have experience and also have employees. So I have experience both being an employee and being an employer. And I've been that for a while. Don't you think that I'm qualified now to speak on career? And the person was shaking his head. So you see, what opportunities come that you don't take up, those you miss quite a lot. And now we have a 5-fold ministry, a marketplace apostle, the areas of business, career, leadership, personal finance, and also life issues and relationships. Personal finance was my personal race, where I went to God and said, God, I need to leave this financial level. And God said, look, you need to be financially born again. And that was what started the journey of me trying to understand financial intelligence, to have financial intelligence and discipline, which is some of the areas personal finance is all about. So you see, these are opportunities I didn't shy away from. I went forward, and today I'm doing it, and I'm being seen as a thought leader in this area, more like an expert in this area and a thought leader, because I decided to take that opportunity. You see, but some of us, these opportunities come, they slip by without even us noticing them, and we are not paying attention to what is causing us to miss these opportunities. We don't pay attention to the things that are causing us to miss this opportunity. So let us look at a few of them that make us to lose this opportunity. The first one is procrastination and wasting time. Procrastination and wasting time. Procrastination. What is wasting time? Well, the quickest and most regular way to miss an opportunity is to waste your time. To waste your time. How do we waste time now? Spending hours watching television, partying, some people weekends. They work Monday to Friday. Weekends that they can use to do one or two self-enhancement and self-development courses or programs or activities. Some choose to party. They say, look, work hard and play hard. Yes, I even believe in work hard and play hard. But there's a gestation period that you are building yourself. You want to be wealthy, you want to be a millionaire, billionaire, whichever one you choose. I tell you, you need 10 years. That 10,000 hours to gain mastery, You need 10,000 hours to gain mastery. Malcolm Gladwell taught us that in his book, although some people are trying to discredit it. But for those of us that it makes sense, to 10,000 hours will take you about 10 years if you remove sleeping, eating, commuting, and the social activities that we do. So look at 10 years to gain mastery in something. So if it's going to take you 10 years to gain mastery in something, please dedicate that 10 years. You know, I tell young people, don't think that you can make the magic in a year, in 2 years. Especially now we're in the era of internet, social media, and all those things. You know, they don't need an office, they don't need this, they don't need that. But you need time for you to gain mastery and acceptance in those things. So you need to sacrifice that number of time. So when you are on that stage of building and consolidating yourself, you can't be spending hours on TV, partying, binge watching on Netflix, and staying on social media endlessly. Look, there's a spirit. I don't know about you guys, but there's a spirit on social media. And I try to run away from that spirit. I don't open social media when I wake up at 12 o'clock. I don't, because you can innocently just say, let me enter Facebook. And you are flipping on an unending flip. You can be there 2 hours. You can be there 3 hours. From Facebook, you enter Instagram and do another 3 hours. See, social media is good, but it is good when you are using it to accomplish something and not just the social aspect of it. It kills time. You can be on social media 4-5 hours. The day has gone. And the only time allotted to us per day is 24 hours. And God didn't make mistake. He knows that 24 hours is more than enough for us. So we need to be wise and see how we can utilize that 24 hours. Life moves on with or without you. Let me tell you, if you spend 6 hours on social media, life is moving on. People are moving on. People are achieving. People are doing things. So nothing waits for you. Life does not wait for you. So if you are spending your time on fruitless activities and opportunities are flying past you, you'll probably not be able to see it. Because even on that Facebook or that Instagram or wherever, you know, your opportunities are coming and the opportunities are passing you by. So you must go to those places to be looking for something. Social media is not bad, but it becomes bad when all you do with it is just social. You're not working with it. You're not networking with it. You're not trying to achieve anything. You are just wasting time on it. Then it becomes detrimental to you. Let's see procrastination. How can I define procrastination? It's what we call, I will do it later. If you have that habit, I will do it later. It's a syndrome, really. Some even call it a disease. That, I will do this thing later. I cannot come and kill myself. I will do this thing later. You see, almost all of us have been through that. There's nobody that hasn't been through that syndrome. Example, if you're given an important task at work to do, and you know it's high up there in your to-do list, and you say, I will do it later. Only for you to realize from I will do it later, maybe in 2 hours to 4 hours, to tomorrow I'll do it, before you realize that the deadline, the day and time for delivery has come and passed, and the deadline has passed, and you realize that, procrastination has made a lot of people lose opportunities. I will do it tomorrow. I will do it next week. I will do it. Then all of a sudden, the opportunity lands on your laps, and you are not prepared. One of the most painful things in life is for opportunity you have been waiting for to come, and you are not prepared. You will live in regret for a long time. So important things that you need to do in life, this is what you need to do. Don't say some important things that you want to do in life are missed because you thought, okay, I could do it tomorrow, it's not a problem. Procrastination is one of the biggest reasons that we miss out on opportunities. Why? Because that later never seems to come. That I will do it later never seems to come. You keep taking the easy things from your to-do list and not doing the ones that are important. If you want to grow in life, you need to. If you want to grow in life, you have to do the things that matter exactly, especially when they matter. If you want to grow in life, you shouldn't miss out on opportunities because of neither you are too lazy, because laziness is also part of the reason why people procrastinate. It's either you're too lazy or you don't give priority to important things. Look, there are things that are important and there are things that are less important. Please, it is left for you to know the ones that are important to you, to have a list. To-do list should not be something that you have to sit down. A to-do list should not be more than this. This is my to-do list for the day. So you just come to the office, or for me, I usually produce my to-do list the night before. By my bedside, I just write something and I come to the office and I'm ticking it out. The next day, I carry over, if there's carryover to the next, just a sheet of paper, to-do list, to know what is important that you need to do per time. And that will save you a lot of things instead of procrastination. And procrastinating is out of laziness. Some people is out of laziness. Some people is out of bad judgment. Not that they are lazy people. Some people is just that they don't know how to prioritize. They don't know the things that are important. Either way, you miss opportunities. So you need to be careful and mindful of that. So what is the solution? How can you get out of this habit? Because it's a negative habit. How do you get out of it? The only solution is to do it now. If you have a job, you have been given an assignment, do it now. I remember my father would always tell you, why do tomorrow what you can do now? What are you doing now? Some things will come and you say, why don't you do it now and free up your tomorrow? If you want to go and visit a friend, the friend is there. Why don't you tell the friend, look, I can't come today, let me come tomorrow? You don't even know that tomorrow might even be better for the friend might be better for the friend than even today. Then you take time and do what you need to do today. Free yourself of important things. And the less important things you do it, because the body itself likes to do very simple and easy things. They don't like to do any difficult thing at all. So you need to train your body to be able to do what is right. It's important for you to be conscious of that. Okay, the second point I want to bring out that helps us that will help us in this journey of why so that we don't miss out on opportunities is stop mixing with the wrong people. Not everybody is supposed to be in your circle, either outer or inner circle. Some people should not be in your life. Some people's numbers should be deleted. Some people's numbers should not be responded to immediately if they are not deleted. Some people, you call them when you have the time. I don't know why some people, when they get a call, they feel that they are obliged to pick that call. When you're busy, you don't need to pick the call. If it's not bringing money instantly, and one family member is not in trouble or there's danger. People that matter to you should always have that line. In fact, there are people that matter. Your boss, your influencers, your wife, your kids should have a number that that not more than 10 people have that line. So that any call that comes from there, is important. You don't stop mixing with the wrong people. And let me tell you why. Don't expect to find open doors and make high quality connections if you're mixing with the wrong people, either professionally or personally. You know why? Because you are the company you keep. You are the company that you keep. If you spend your time around people who are negative and are constantly want to distract you from your big goal, then you are going to miss a lot of opportunities. There's some people that are naturally negative. Some people are natural pessimists. They don't see anything good. They don't see anything. They always say negative things. When you tell them, this thing, I need to do it. You can do it, but you see, nobody has really done it on social media. Anybody that is always giving you a reason why you can't do what is important to you, that person should be moved from inner to outer circle, and from outer circle, encourage that person to take a hike. Because they will distract you from goal. See, faith cometh by hearing the word of God. Let me tell you also, distraction cometh by hearing the confused words of friends or family members. See, when somebody tells you something, you brush it aside. This man is talking. But look, let me tell you, if I keep telling you one thing over and over again for 3 months, you begin to believe. Why do you think adverts, they pay so much for adverts? Somebody they put Coca-Cola, ice, and you drink it, and the person says, why do you think they spend so much money to make you feel that after a while, someday, within the next 3 months, you will buy that cocoa and put ice inside to catch that feeling? I am telling you, when people are telling you something and they're telling you over and over, there are people that are naturally negative. They don't want any big thing. When you tell them, you see this dream? This is what I want to say. Guy, cool down, cool down. Cool down. Why don't you do it in phases? This thing, people have tried, they failed. You will knock it off the first time, knock it off the second time. One day you just be there. All of us have weak moments. And at that weak moment, at that time, you begin to consider what this person said might be true. And once you begin that consideration of what this person said might be true, that's end. That's the end. So choose people you surround yourself with carefully. They can make you or they can break you. I remember a conversation that I used to have with my wife. Even till today, I'm not sure I've succeeded. And she will always say, no, women, we can make friends with anybody. I can have friends with anybody. I don't have to have, my friends don't have to be wives of very rich and successful people. I say, how do you mean? And he said, no, it's not about the money, it's not about this, it's not about that. I say, well, it's your opinion. For me, if you can't intimidate me, you can't be my friend. If you're not richer than me, you can't be my friend. What am I wasting time for you? I want to grow. I don't want to be people, I don't want to have friends with people that are par with me. I have friends that when I go to visit them, I come back home, I can't eat. Because I'll tell my wife, are you sure that we didn't come to this world to escort some people? See, you must be around. And guess what? When you go to those people and you tell them, I have a dream, they will even tear your dream and expand it for you. Not the people that you tell, I have a dream, and say, caution, no, take it easy. Take what easy? Life is passing. Boys are doing things. To be honest with you, I must say the truth. Sometimes I live in the city of Port Harcourt, but sometimes I just take a trip, not having anything in particular. I go to Lagos. I walk around. Every time I go to Lagos, I come back. Where I stay in VI, there's an addition. There's something coming up. There's something that is trending. See, your ears must be close to what is happening in Nigeria and some major places where your investments are. I have some places that my interest is, and I call people on a daily basis, what's happening in New York, what's happening in the UK, what's happening in India, China, what is happening. You must know what is happening and what is trending there. And who better to tell you that in that same New York, there's a good and bad place. Some people say, come, New York has scattered, though. US is not like it used to be. Don't even try that thing that you say you want to come and do in the US. But there are people there that are always telling you, come and try your luck. We will help you. We'll put you in the right direction. So tell me, who will you stay with? See, I need to balance it. I'm not saying that you can't have someone as your friend that's in a lower cadre, so to say. I don't know if I can use that word. In a lower level than you. I'm not saying that. There are different classes of people. There are people when you hang around when you want to progress. There are people you just hang around for leisure. They don't want anything from you. You don't want anything from them. So there are different classes of friends before you people start looking at me and say this man only has friends that are high up there. Not necessarily. But please, when you have friends, you need to know what those friends are in your life for. But my inner circle are people that are progressively thinking on a daily basis. And for that reason, they have achieved quite a lot of things. That's what I'm trying to say. At my age, I'm not looking for friendship. You be my friend. But I have certain class of people. They are not in my industry. Least we say the issue of envy comes in. No, they are not. But when I go to them, I see what they are doing. There's a guy that built, I think, over 10 billion naira. I don't want to say what he built. If I say it, you guys will know the person. I went there, and when I saw what was happening there, he was like, and I said, guy, you encourage me. He said, Uche, coming from you, I'm encouraged. I said, what's this guy talking? Coming from who? Me, I am giving, see what you have done. I don't know whether some people in 10 lifetimes can't do it. You are telling me you are encouraged by the words. So it means that he values me. So he has more than me. That one is not in contention. Way, way more. But he values me as a person, what I bring. That's what I'm saying. Being in a place that somewhere someone is encouraging you and someone values what you bring to the table. You might say friendship is about people just like themselves. Is a lie. Friendship is about exchange of value of whatever it is you people want from each other. And so for me, I want progress, I want success, I have a target, I have where I'm going. And where I'm going, I need quite a lot of successful people to help me, to partner with me, and to help me along the way to get it. So which kind of people do you think I need to surround myself? So I need to break it so that you will understand. I don't want anybody looking at me as if I'm looking down on people. No, but I'm just trying to be real and frank to you guys. Because now, let's now look into it. What is the dangers of wrong influences? Let's see. Example, a project was assigned to you, and you were confident, I can do this. I can make it happen. But the words of the people around you begin to give you a second thought. Words from your colleagues, your friends, your family, acquaintances, and you'll say, I've been given this project to do. I've been given this project in this community. Say, you don't know where you are? That community, do they go there? That community, you cannot walk in that community. That community, let me tell you, the boys there, they are harsh. You can't walk in that community. When you don't know the story of what happened, because we're in the oil and gas, we're in South rather. And here we have a lot of oil projects. Some contractors don't recognize, or some of the things that they promise the people they are not doing. So there's an uprising. And the elders at times might not carry along the youth, and the youth become restive. We know the story here. So somebody will tell you, you want to go to that community, not knowing that the community didn't do well in his conflict resolution, didn't do well in his carrying people along. So, but the person that is telling you don't do that is telling you because he knows there's problem from there, but this is your major breakthrough. And by the time they keep saying, they kill people there, or they kill, do you know how many contractors they've killed? Do you know how many vendors that even the oil majors don't even go there? You want to go there. And guess what? You're not even from River State, sir, if you want to go there. Do you understand? By the time you keep hearing this thing, some of them do it intentionally. Some of them do it unintentionally. But the damage has been done. Before you know it, you start losing confidence. You might even abandon the project. You might even abandon the project. Why? Because you feel that these people, there's a word of wisdom. After all, the Bible says that in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. But you have gone there, you have done your survey, you have done everything, you have spoken to the people, and you feel you can work it, And so, try as much as possible, dangers of people you hang around with. But if you have this, what I'm telling you is because this is a true story of somebody that almost abandoned the project. And I told him that, look, see this, my friend, that all of us are admiring. He has done projects in very hostile communities, or communities they say that are hostile. And he has succeeded. So how did he do it? There is always one person that have done that thing that you want to do. Why don't you talk to those people? That's why it's important to be in the right kind of the right crowd. Even if the place is volatile, they will say, okay, what can we do? Because they believe that there is always a solution. So if they believe that there is always a solution, that is the right kind of people to follow. Not the ones that are always magnifying the problem, and they are magnifying the problem and they are not talking about, guy, let's look for solution to this thing. This is what I'm saying, the dangers of being in the wrong influences. It's dangerous. It can halt you, it can cripple you, and you're not able to move forward. Okay, the third one is lack of focus. And I see this in entrepreneurs, that especially with people in creative industry, creative arts, creative entrepreneurs, where ideas is one of their strong points, or one of their strong gifts. They produce new ideas every day, exciting ideas. And because of that, they miss opportunities because they are not focused. And people that are gifted in that area, in that creative arts, they are thinking of many things. You see that your case might be like the case of the jack of all trades, master of none. I know people that once you sit with them, you talk about something, they are giving you ideas. And sometimes I wonder, how come you've not used these ideas? Because one of them, all these ideas you're giving me are multi-million naira ideas. Why have you not given me? It is because of lack of focus. When those ideas come, they don't write it down. And let me tell you, what you don't write down is lost forever. So write down those ideas, then you can now translate it to become a business. Through business development, develop that idea to become a business. And once that business is running and you have people running with it, then you can go to the next idea. Because if you are churning out 10 ideas every day, you become confused. You can't be focused. You need to remain focused on your core business and your core purpose in life. If not, you will be driven by that wind of ideas and get so excited about many ideas but achieving none. Only then, if you can focus on opportunities relevant to your goal, focus on your opportunities relevant to your goal and hit it. They say hit the rod while it's still hot. Hit it, and make sure you're able to get one before you move on, and just don't be an intellectual, bring it up. But I told some guy, I said, look, you have ideas floating everywhere. Why don't you go into business development where you just give ideas and sell those ideas? Instead of just telling me all the time, you are telling me, trying to make me feel, I know you are smart and intelligent, but is now sell it. God gave you that intellect for you to profit. Now sell it. Call yourself a business development expert and churn out these ideas for people that need it, and they pay you consultancy fee. Okay? The fourth one I want to talk is that can be detrimental to help making us miss opportunities is by being risk averse. Being risk averse. Why? Because some people don't like anything risky. But life in itself is a risk. You came out this morning to go to work, to get to a shop, who told you go back home today? Life is a risk. From the day you were born, in fact, your pregnancy was even a risk. You could have been lost or aborted. So but we get up every day, not threatened by the risks that are out there, but we get up every day, do what we need to do. Opportunities are not always, all the time, disguised as risk, as problem. So we must be able to take risk. Opportunities are strongly disguised most of the time as risk. Opportunities could also come from something out of the ordinary, but something that has never been done before to come out of the ordinary. So it takes a risk to say, this is ordinary. Can we take it to the next level and do something out of something that is already working? People might tell you you're a fool for trying to improve something that people love. But people can only love it for a while. So it will take risk for you to turn something that is very common and bring out something of value from it. It will take risk because people tell you, oh boy, you are stupid. Oh. Why are you trying to do this that is already working? But you see something that they don't see. Only when you're willing to break the mold and take a risk will you see more opportunities. You see, look, the blessing, I tell people, the blessing is on the go. Not on your seat, not where you're sitting. God blesses you on the go. Seest thou a man diligent in his business, he will stand before kings. Who will bring you before kings? Divine orchestration to bring you to kings and queens that will nurture your vision by your projects and by your solution. So that blessing is on the go. And the more risk you take, the more opportunities will come. The more risk you take, the more risk will come to you, the more opportunities you take. And once you can take one opportunity, wow. It's like for an animal tasting blood and say, wow, you mean this is easy? Why do you think they kill animals that kill human beings? If a lion kills a human being, why do they kill it? Because they realize that human beings are the easiest prey. Do you know what it takes for a lion to catch a gazelle? After 10 trials, maybe they might be successful one. Human, you can't run from here to the door. The guy has gotten you. So they realize that humans are very easy prey. That's why they have to be killed. And the thing is that the same thing, you can see something that is difficult that you've been afraid of. But when you try, you say, wow. That's, this being risk averse is the reason why we don't have more people on the wealthy lane and the rich avenue, because we are scared of taking risk. You know why? That place is scanty, very scanty. How many billionaires and millionaires do we have compared to the rest of the 7 or 8 billion in the world? It's so scanty. There's no crowd on that side. Here is crowded. All of us are trying to outsmart ourselves, outdo ourselves on this side. But that place is scanty because it's for risk takers. It's for risk takers. So I'll tell you, take that risk, but calculated risk. Don't say this man told you take risk and the next thing you go and do and lose your money. Don't put your money into any business you don't know about. That's the first law of investing or investment. Don't invest in a business you don't understand. Don't start a business you don't understand and say, I will get people to run it. Those people will wreck you. Okay, the final and the last point I want to bring out to us here is the fear of failure. The fear of failure causes us to miss out on opportunities. It's one of the major reasons why people miss out on opportunities. You see, the fear of failure is worse than the failure itself. The fear of failure. Fear cripples you. Even God has not given you the spirit of bondage again to fear. The spirit of bondage again to fear. There is bondage. Fear is bondage. Is you are choked. Is something is choking you. You can't even turn. The fear of failure is worse than the failure itself. Because there's something, when you fail, you realize that, and I used to respect this thing too much. Oh. Yes, you failed. But you won't respect that thing too much again. And you say, you mean I can even get up to this level? Fear of failure. Let me give you an example. Maybe also you're working, you're given a project that was assigned to you, and you're worried that maybe your colleagues or your manager don't, what will people think when you fail? And it's usually a problem for some people. What will people say when I fail in this business? And because of that, they won't do it. Some people have not ventured into something they want to do, because what will their neighbors say? What will their father, mother, wife, in-laws say about this thing? That I'm a failure again, and maybe they are not able to do it. You begin to doubt. When you begin to entertain that kind of fear, you begin to doubt if you are even competent to be able to make it happen. See, there's probably none who doesn't get that fear. There's none of us that have not gotten that fear. But as a leader, as someone that is going somewhere, you need to take that challenge, take action on it, and perform. Take action on it and say, look, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try and I'm going to win. I try as much as possible to block myself out of negative thoughts every day. I thought it's something that you will do for a while. When I started being cautious of the kind of thoughts that I entertain, I thought after maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months, it'll be gone. See, you will deal with that thought for the rest of your life. As long as you're a human being, you will deal with negative thoughts. So you need to know how to knock it off. Anytime it comes, knock it off. Because if you don't, one thought alone can cage you, can stagnate you, and can wreck your life. See, even if you do something and it turns out a failure, it's okay. What happens is that you have learned from it and move on from it. Learn from it. Things that I've been afraid of and I realized that it's not that, there's nothing really to it. Maybe I failed because I didn't have enough information about it. So I always remember what many years, either reading a book, I can't remember whether it was a book or whether it was a video. It was Bishop David Oyedepo that said at that time that when you fail an exam, it's not because you're a dunce. It's because you didn't have enough information at that particular time to pass that exam. So it means that if you get your right get your facts right, you'll be able to pass it. Now, do you know why they do mock? The reason why they do mock before they do WAEC is for you to get a feel of it. First term you do mock, second term you do mock, before you now do the major mock in your third term. So they're using that for you to get used to. Because sometimes before you get to final year, you might think WAEC is something too big, I won't be able to pass this exam. But when you do mock, and the same questions, the same kind of questions, not the same question, but the same kind of questions, what happens is that, it becomes better and easier for you to do. Okay, so how do we deal with the regret of missed opportunity? Because we can't just talk about the points that make us miss out on opportunities. We need to know how to deal with the regrets of missed opportunity. You see, undeniable, it goes that there's a lot of regrets. So let's learn a bit of how we can deal with that regret that comes from missed opportunities. The first one is that you need to accept and own it. Don't be in denial. Some people are in denial. It has happened, accept it, accept the fact that it has happened, own it, because of it's only you that will be in a better position to do it better next time. So own it. You see, the thing is that when somebody fails and you come and you're telling comforting words, you comfort yourself and people are comforting you and say, don't worry, it's the economy, it's the president, don't worry, it's the president, it's the economy, it's the governor, it's the state where you are, it's this. It's not helpful. It's not helpful, because now you begin to feel that there are external forces that are responsible for your failure. And once you agree and accept that there are external forces that are responsible for your failure, you won't try again and you remain a failure. You keep failing. It's important that you face that reality, accept it, own it. I didn't do well. I will do well next time. Because if you say Nigeria is in a bad economy, how about the people that are making it within this economy? 2020, some people say is the worst year ever, but it was the best year ever for some people. 2021 was a tough year for many people, but it was an excellent year for some people. So what do you have to say about it? Which side do you want to belong? Okay, so if you don't own it and you begin to listen to people trying to comfort you, it's not your fault and all that, it makes you feel weaker for the short term, and it's not beneficial for you in the long run. When people are trying to pacify you, it's not your problem, it's not a problem, it's not you. You won't have what it takes to go on again. Own it and move on. Another way to deal with regret is to learn from it. Every failure has a lesson to teach. Learn from it. Take notes of the things that you did wrong. Find out, do an assessment, appraisal of why you failed. If you fail in a project or anything, do an appraisal. Why did I fail? Because those are the areas you need to work on. Not the areas you pass, the areas you need to work on. So take on lessons. Take on notes. And please be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself when you're doing assessment. You're not submitting it anywhere. If it's low self-esteem, please note it that it was low self-esteem, low self-confidence that did this thing to me. Accept it. Because if you don't accept it, when those things come up again, you won't be able to say, no, I'm a confident person. No, I don't have low self-esteem. I'm a confident person, and that can help you. If it's laziness, you tell yourself, look, I need to get up and do this thing. Once you know that laziness is a problem, any time that your body tells you to sleep and you remember that failure, you will get up. You will get up. Okay, I think the last one here is be alert, and look out for the next one. Be alert. There's a quote here I want to read for you guys. It's by Chabel Tadros. He said, "Don't live in regret over missed opportunities. For if you do, you will miss even more." So, you can't change the past, but you can make your present and future better by not repeating the mistakes. That's why we need to learn from our mistakes. Don't carry the regret for long, else you become attached to such situations, and instead of getting the lessons, you are stuck. Don't regret for too long. Don't cry for too long. Cry for a short period of time. I'm not saying don't cry. Cry, then also get up and do something and change your destiny. With this, you'll be alert and know that when opportunities come, you will not be able to miss it. So guys, I don't want you to miss this opportunity, your opportunities this year. Next week, we're going to talk about gaining back lost opportunities. How can I gain back lost opportunities? Because we need to balance it. I've told you what happens, why we lose opportunities. So now next week we're going to talk about how we can gain opportunities. I've come to the end of my presentation, but please, before you go, just give me 5 more minutes before you go. Thank you guys, have been wonderful on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and on Zoom. Thank you guys for being there every time, every Monday. I appreciate you guys. Just give me 5 minutes. I just want to talk to you about something very interesting. It's the marketplace, devotional. It's not the kind of devotional that you think it is. It's a devotional for business people, for leaders, for career people. So it can't be the same. It's different. And see, we're going to put out a link for you now. If you look down on Facebook and on Instagram, you're going to see a link. And even on YouTube, you're going to see a link. And please follow that link, and you're going to have some of the days, maybe 10 to 15 days, don't know which exactly. You're going to have them free, and so you can get a feel of what I'm talking about. If you like it, which I know you will, then you can subscribe to get it every month of this year. It's going to be awesome. Awesome. For those of you watching me for the first time, this is the Marketplace with Uche Onoche. It comes up every 5 p.m. every Monday. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed and will not change. So I hope to see you. Invite someone to join us every Monday at 5 p.m. Also, there are a lot of goodies that we give out here. A lot of free, and you can see it's free. Another free program we do is our mentoring session. Our mentoring session is called What's on Your Mind, every Wednesday by 4 p.m. West African time. I come to answer questions. When I teach, both physically and online, people have questions, especially in the 5 areas that I told you about. Our core areas is business, career, leadership, personal finance, life issues, and relationships. So if you have questions in that area, please don't hesitate to ask me. If you know someone that has questions in that area, don't hesitate to ask me. Please just ask. I come out for 1 hour. I come live for 1 hour and answer your questions. He has saved a life before. He has saved businesses. He has saved marriages before. So please don't be left out. Just ask. And you know what? People don't even put their real name, or no, they put maybe just one of their names. They don't put their surname. So like they'll say Uche O from Canada, from India, from wherever. So, and that's how you put it. Put it in my DM. Any of my DM will pick it up and I'll answer. Also, help us share these programs that we do on Monday, on Wednesday. Please help us share. The devotional also, please help us share. The Wednesday program is as a result, is an offshoot of my coaching business. and we use that as our CSR to coach people online. But people usually want more. People usually want more, and so because they want more, they can reach out to me and say, Uche, I want you to coach me to achieve this one. So that's all right. We can do it. We can make it happen. Just reach out to us and we will be able to get in touch with you. There's a community that is called the TMG community. TMG stands for us, Think, Make, Grow Community. And that's how we train in our institute here. I have a lot of courses. I have courses, ebooks, and podcasts that you can buy. If you go to ucheonoche.com, ucheonoche.com, you can see ebooks and you can see courses. You can see courses. You can see a podcast that you can buy for giveaway price there. So to continue the teaching, to continue to learn from our teaching. If you go to Uche Onoche channel on YouTube, you will see all these things there. So I look forward to being with you next week. So please make it a date with me on Wednesday and next week. God bless you guys. Have a good night rest.